What is up, guys? It's OGX CLYMAX here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your very own Zonewars map. You can also make a box fight map using this exact same tutorial, but personally I made a Zonewars map, so I'm going to show you how to do that based on mine. This is my map. Basically you're just going to want to come over here, create a new island, and you're going to want to choose one of these templates. Now, a little tip about these templates, I would choose one that has better terrain per se. So, you see this one, you can see that it's like the mountains are very straight up, and I wouldn't recommend this one simply because with a moving zone in Zonewars, it's very hard to scale a mountain. So I recommend you choose one kind of like this one that has mountains, but it also has, just regular terrain that you can make your way up. Personally, I went with the tropical island, and now I'm going to load up into my creative map, and we're going to show you guys exactly what that looks like. So this is something I personally designed. This is just the pre-game lobby, so when you first, load in, this is what you see. You won't actually be able to see these if you were actually playing, but if you guys want a tutorial on how to set up a pre-game lobby, I can totally do that. Just let me know in the comments. So this is my map. Put in the little OGX there. I based it off of Sunny Steps. So if you remember back in Chapter 1, probably around Season 8 or so, there was this one landing spot called Sunny Steps, and it's just kind of themed after that. It's got like this temple sort of look. I added in a lot of design and all these different things, whatever. Also, if you want another tutorial on how to do player spawners and how to make them, so it's a 16-player game, 16-player Zonewars map. There's 16 different spawn points. If you guys want a tutorial on how to make randomized spawn points like this, or if I fly over here, I can give you guys a tutorial on how to make randomized loadouts like this. But yeah, if you guys want to see something like that, just throw something down in the comments, let me know. But most of you guys are here for how do you make the zone, So as you'll see this little purple ring that goes all the way around, that's from this is actually called the storm controller. If you go up into your creative tab and you go into devices, this is where you're going to want to go. So you're going to scroll down and you're going to see this advanced storm controller. You're going to want this one, and you're going to want the advanced storm beacon. You'll see this one. This is the basic storm controller. You don't want this one. This one, the basic is bad. You want the advanced storm beacon and advanced storm controller. Now, this is how you make your zone. So as you can see, if we go into this advanced storm controller, you can see these are my settings. I'll show you what they mean or what they do. So bounds radius, as you can see at the bottom left, it gives you a little description. Sets the radius of the bounding sphere. The storm will not leave the bounding sphere. So basically what this 200 meters means is that's where this purple line goes. And you can see that I personally set it to 200 meters because I had these two things over here, and I wanted to make sure that they were going to be in the circle, so that if someone spawned in one of those, they wouldn't start taking storm damage right off the start. So you have that. You can copy these settings if you want. I'll explain them to what they mean. So basically phase 1 radius, this is how big the storm will be after phase 1 or at the start of phase 1. So you can set that to however big you want your storm to be. The delay time, 5 seconds. So you see at the bottom, determines the length of time before storm phase 1 begins. So this is just how long until the storm actually starts moving. And then you have your unfinished behavior. I think that hasn't been changed. Bounds radius, like I said, that's the purple ring. And then yeah, so that's your advanced storm controller. You only ever use one of these. And then right below that, you're gonna want to put your advanced storm beacon. This is basically just kind of like another controller that we're going to repeat. As you can see, I have it floating in the sky. This is basically how you make it move from here to there, to there, to there, to there, and how you basically make your storm move. So these are my settings. You want to have this as phase 1. That means this is the first circle that you will have. End radius is completely up to you. I put it at 100, so it'll start out here and slowly get smaller and then work its way down there. End radius is just basically how big it will be at the end of the phase 1. Wait time, I put it at 30 seconds. This is basically just how long it takes until it starts to advance to the next phase. And then this is the resize time. I put it at 1 minute. That's basically how long it takes for the storm to move from here over to the next one. And I put it at 1 minute because it's kind of a long ways away. And then the damage, this is also completely up to you. Most of this stuff is completely up to you and how you want your zone to be. But I put the damage pretty low because I figured, you know, it's the first zone. You don't really want to be worrying about storm damage, and it just kind of moves its way down there. If we go back in here, so that's basically everything you need to change. But the most important part, you can copy these if you want. These two aren't important, but this is the most important part. You want it to be moved to beacon. Move to beacon basically guarantees that it will go from here to here, and then you'll have all these on move to beacon. So that was phase 1. Now, if we come to this controller, we have it set to phase 2. Basically, every one that you place, if you want it to go from here to here, you just add 1 to your phase. So this is phase 2. The end radius is 50 meters, so that means once this is done, or by the time it moves from there to here, the size of the circle will be 50 meters. So if I move out a little bit, you can see this purple line. This is a 50-meter zone. Come back in here, we got our wait time. This is how long it will wait until it moves from here to the next zone. Also, if you want, it doesn't have to go from here all the way down to this corner. I just chose corner to corner to give it the biggest map and the biggest feel. Yeah, so that's that. Then we got the resize time. Resize time is 25 seconds. That means it'll take 25 seconds to move from here to there. Then you got the damage. I put that at 5%. That's completely up to you again. These two aren't super important. This is what I put them at. You can copy those if you want. And make sure you have this as move to beacon once again. And then this is the next circle. So after that one starts to close, it'll move towards here. And if you go into here, I have this set to phase 3. Make sure you keep moving that up because that just determines the order that it goes in. End radius, I put this at 30 meters because I want the storm to slowly keep getting smaller and smaller. Wait time 5 seconds. That means once it closes here, it'll take 5 seconds for it to start moving to the next one. Resize time 25 seconds. That means from here to there, it'll be 25 seconds. Damage, I upped it a little bit. I put this back to move to beacon, and then these are the same again. Those are pretty much ignorable. You don't have to do much with those. And then let's move to the next one. This one should be phase 4. I made the end radius a little smaller again. Just keep on making the zone a little smaller, a little harder to move in. That way, if there's still like 10 people alive, they basically have to fight because it'll just keep getting smaller. Wait time, this is just how long it takes until it starts moving towards the next zone. Resize time, 25 seconds. Means 25 seconds from here to there. Damage, I upped it a little bit, kept these two the same, and then make sure you have this on move to beacon once again. That means it'll move over to here, and then this is our last zone. You can have your last zone wherever you want. It's not like it has to be like this. Make sure you up the phase once again to 5. And then for this one, you're gonna want to put the end radius on 0. That just means that once it gets from this zone to this zone, it will close until you know, everything is the storm. The wait time I put at 5 seconds. Resize time 25 seconds. I up the damage a little bit. And make sure you have this on move to beacon. Keep these the same, whatever. And yeah, that's basically how you make a moving storm. If I start the game real quick, I'll show you how it works. 3, 2, 1. They get a completely randomized loadout. You know, I personally set it up so that they have AR, shotgun, SMG, heal, and then just kind of like a fun thing. So this could be, you know, a sniper. It could be a bush, as you see. And then it could also be like a thermal scoped AR or something like that. And then you can see that in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the zone is going to start moving. Yep, there it goes. So it's just slowly moving towards the next area. And it's just going to keep on making its way down that way. So I'm just going to fast forward this so that you guys can see the zone really well. See how it all works. If you want to copy my settings, that's totally up to you. You do you. Alright guys, so that's how the zone works, if you were interested in that. So yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial. Next, I'm just going to take you through the settings that I used to make this Zonewars map. Obviously, if it were box fights or some sort of other free-for-all game, the settings will be a little different, so you'll just have to look at them, read the description, and decide what to change for yourself. So these are all my settings. You want to make sure the spawn limit is 1. That's one of the biggest things. You can have however many rounds you want. Team rotation disabled. End game on match point win, make that no. Time limit none. Fastest time win disabled. All teams must finish now. Win condition, I have that as most score wins. I'll show you more on that in a little bit. Eliminations to end off. AI eliminations to end off. Off. Last standing ends game. Make sure that's on. So that way when you have like 10 people and the last 2 are fighting and someone kills the other one, there's one guy left, that just automatically ends it. Join in progress. I personally have that spawn on next round. That means like if you're on round 3 and someone joins your creative world, that'll put them in the next round instead of just completely disregarding them. Spawn location, make sure that's on spawn pads. Respawn type individual. Post game spawn location, pregame location. Only allow respawn if spawn pads found, no. Auto start, I have that at 30 seconds, that's up to you. Game start countdown, I have that at 3 seconds, that's also up to you. Keep player build structures off. Allow spectating other teams, up to you as well. I put that at yes. Elimination score 1, assist score 0. Allow friendly fire, no. Player collisions on. Vehicle impacts, I guess you can have vehicles in your, but I don't have any. Time of day, this is also up to you. I chose 4 a.m. just because it has like this little pink hue to the map, and I think it looks nice. These are all I just left at default. Enable fire, yes. Starting health, 100 health, 100 shields. That's what I recommend. I'd turn all these off, and then maximum building resource, I have 500. I'd keep this as battle royale and then turn the multiplier up a little bit. If you put it on creative, it just gives you way too many mats. Like you could swing your pickaxe at a tree once and you'll have like 1,000 wood. It's just not realistic or relevant. Allow aim assist, yes. Allow building, all. Allowed to edit, default. Building can destroy environment. Yes. Environmental damage, structure damage, weapon pickaxe, or weapon destruction, pickaxe destruction. Keep that all on default. Start with pickaxe, down but not out. Eliminated players' items. Make sure this is on drop. Allow item drop, yes. Allow item pickup, yes. Auto pickups. Just leave these on, don't override. Respawn time. I have this at 5 seconds. Fall damage. I have that on. That's up to you. Jump fatigue. Keep that on. If you want sliding, keep that on. If you want glider redeploy, these are all up to you. I'd turn player flight off personally. That just doesn't make sense. Flight speed, whatever. And then these are all just like if you want nameplates on. I personally have them off. Health granted on elimination. I have that 50. This is all siphon stuff. I have this at 50, 50, 50, 50, whatever. Self damage, and then all this I just kind of, you could copy these settings if you want, but that's just what I have. And then if you go to UI, which stands for user interface, this is kind of like timer direction. This is countdown. This is basically after the round ends, it'll show like the scoreboard, So game winner display time, I have that at 3 seconds. Game score display time, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. I had these all pretty short. You can make them as long as you want, but I have them pretty short just so that you can get right into the next game. Max trackers. Use team score, no. Scoreboard, win condition. I have these, and then these are your 4 different tiebreakers. So when you're in game and you pull up the scoreboard, the tiebreakers are what shows. So I have eliminations, assists, score, and then none. You can obviously put in wins if you want wins to be included. Let me see if I can find wins. No, I can't find them. I must have scrolled past it. Whatever. Map screen display. I have that on scoreboard. Display overview map. Yes. And then make sure you have show island code watermark on. I personally like it. I think it's just kind of like a nice little shout out. Whatever. Hide elimination feed. These are up to you. But and yeah, that's basically it. And then if you want to learn how to publish your map, this is where you go. You do have to have 1,000 followers on one of their specific platforms. There's 2 ways actually. You can have 1,000 followers on their platforms, which is either Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and then maybe a few others. But unfortunately, TikTok is not one of those because it's pretty easy to get 1,000 followers on TikTok. So you're going to want to do that. Oh, well, if you want to publish it, you'll have to meet those requirements. I am trying to get my map published. So if you do want to subscribe to me on YouTube, that would be great. Currently, I'm not even close to 1,000 subscribers, but hopefully we'll get there one day. Description, these are completely up to you. It's just kind of, as you see here on the left side, when someone loads up your map, there are usually 3 little things that describe your map, and these are just how you give yourself a little shout out or whatever. And then these are permissions. This is just if people join your game, you can either put them on no permissions or you can give them permissions. That's up to you. And then you can also add tags. So I put action, attack, minigame, and Zonewars. And then once you are happy with these settings, make sure you hit apply, which is at the bottom middle. It says apply, which is pushed down on the right stick for me. Let's see what it is for keyboard and mouse. Oh, you just click it. And yeah, that's basically how you make your Zonewars map. So if you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to make randomized loadouts in Chapter 3 Creative, I can totally do that as well. If you want me to show you guys how to do randomized spawn points for your Zonewars and box fight maps, I can do that as well. And then also, if you guys want me to show you how to make a pregame lobby like this, or even cooler than this, because this is kind of boring, this is just basic, make sure you let me know in the comments, and I can totally do that, guys, for you, or do that for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your support. Please subscribe so that I can, publish this map if you guys want to play it. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.